Good morning, guys. Okay, listen. We have not had a conversation in a minute, believe it or not. How y'all doing out there? So as y'all already know, the one video already came out updating y'all about what had been going on in my life. And I've been getting a lot. Y'all are my people. Y'all are my people. I've gotten great feedback, responses, nothing crazy, nobody who I had to pop off a block. Love that for us. Thank you guys for always being so supportive, you know? And so yeah, so in this video we're on our way to work. Normally I'm out way earlier and the sun ain't up yet, but we're running a little late today. It's already 7:30. Honestly, I've gotten this new thing where I like to be at work by 6 because the sooner I get there, the sooner I can go home. But yeah, so because we didn't go to bed till like probably 1 in the morning or so. The weekend. But yes, so let me see. In this video, let's just discuss the things. First, were there any questions from the video that I can recall? I really don't feel like I got too many questions. Y'all understood the assignment. Y'all already knew what was up. Y'all knew the back history of all of the things. And I can't remember which video we talked about the back history. Maybe if I can find it, I'll eye it in the sky. But basically what was going on. And honestly, I vlogged this experience from when I found out that they were releasing me till, I don't know. I can't remember till when. But I'm going to go ahead and start sharing those vlogs with y'all and some of the discussions I had with various people, to include my son, around that situation. Because honestly, I feel like, obviously, I was punished for speaking up. And a lot of jobs will do that. You know what I mean? And it creates this atmosphere where we all learned how to go to work and how to put on a mask and how to close our mouths. Through the injustices, through the unfair treatment, we've been conditioned, trained how to just sit there and suffer silently. But I have a hard time being silent, y'all. Somebody even wrote in a comment that if I get a better mic, I wouldn't have to yell. But what you don't realize is I talk loud anyway. And I know I talk loud, and maybe I trained myself to talk loud. I don't know. I'm a loud talker, because if you would have me sitting in this seat talking to y'all have somebody in that seat talking to y'all, the volume is totally different. And sometimes in my edits, I actually have to adjust the volumes to try to match energy. I talk loud. So what this means is I've always been the person. You're not going to find me sitting in a group at work, gossiping, complaining about them over there, management, this, that. You're not going to find me doing it. Because if we can't speak up for ourselves, if we can't go out there to try to make change, what are we talking about? So I'd rather just not even have the discussion. I'd rather just not even talk about it. But if we're going to talk about it, I'm going to bring it up. If the floor is open, when the company says, does anybody have any concerns, issues, I do. I'm going to speak up. And so I spoke up because it felt as if, and I believe it, we were being singled out because we were black. Because we were the only ones who were singled out. We were the only ones who were given a different set of rules than the other people for no reason. Because my thing is, I was like, hey, is there a reason? Let me know. Because maybe I'm not seeing something. Is there a reason? And I was gaslit into being, oh no, we are so sorry you feel that way. Then she tried it here, she tried it there, and I was very thorough because I started keeping a log at work, a daily log of everything I did with timestamps. Because at some time she would try to blindside me, us, the black women. She would try to blindside us and there weren't but so many of us, and asked for these random lists of what did you do all day on this day. Like it'd be some random date in the distant past where who could recollect all the things. But your girl started recollecting all the things because she wrote it down. So when she got me, I submitted a thorough list, CC'd her and all the people on that list. They didn't like this behavior. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? But the reason why I could dare is because I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I don't need a job. Needing this job, needing a job will have you anxious, stressed, and living from a place of fear. I ain't got none of that. I don't have any of that. And so, yeah, so that's what I feel about that. In the video, we also talked about the niece situation. One person have wrote something about, oh, I shouldn't have said that out loud because the internet is forever. And I say, that is light work. That is light work. And somebody else referenced about, oh, I hope this doesn't damage your relationship with your sisters or something. No, me and my sister, we laugh about this. We laughed about it yesterday when the video came out. My mom, we laugh about this because what you got to know is I have a very unserious family. We're very unserious. No one pays me that much mind. And sometimes that's the best way to deal with me. You know, and I don't pay a lot of people a lot of mind. And I think what it is nobody is walking through life looking for a reason to hold a grudge, looking for a reason to be mad at somebody. Because if that's your aim, oh, child, you will always find that. But that's not our aim. The bottom line is what's right is right, and what's not right isn't right. And the bottom line is somebody also wrote, you should have talked to your niece. I did, and I think I mentioned that in the video. Remember I said the first breakdown when she was in the water and I was over there talking her off the ledge, remember? And telling her about how to conduct herself, I was telling her all that stuff I said to y'all. Vacations don't always work out. Things don't always work out perfectly, but you got to learn how to adjust, pivot. She wasn't trying to hear none of it. So she kept spazzing out. She couldn't hear any of it, right? And so, yeah. So, no, these things were said. But guess what? These things are going to be said on my channel, on my internet channel. Because what you don't get to do is show your butt and then think we're going to be all walking around keeping them big secret. Because here's the bottom line. If you don't want something to be made public, don't act out publicly. If you don't want something to be public, don't do these things in public. This was done in public. So it's okay. It's okay. That's my girl. I love her. Right? Maybe one day she'll get back on the list again, on the Christmas list, birthday list. But right now she's not. Because I will make my money back and then some. You got to pay taxes now. You got to pay interest now for your behavior. That's just what it is. Also, let's talk about who are we not supporting anymore with the diversity, inclusion, exclusion, equity, inclusion, whatever those programs will call DEI. Who we not supporting? Because I can't keep up. I know we're not. It's McDonald's, Walmart, Target, Sam's Club, right? Who we not supporting? Okay, we all know I don't need to be supporting McDonald's anyway because y'all know I don't need to be eating like that. But let me fix my seatbelt. I don't have a problem with drawing support because honestly, I feel like we all need to be less consumers anyway. We need to let go of that consumerist badge. We don't need to be in these streets shopping, period. I believe that. So for me, not to support ain't nothing but a thing. Okay? Now, let me tell you, I did see Tabitha Brown's video because a lot of her things are in Target for those of you who don't know. All three of you. And she made so much sense where we can't boycott completely. We have to be selective. And where we're withdrawing our support. So honestly, today I do plan to go to Target because I have to buy some gifts for my girls anyway. But I'm gonna go to Target looking for specific brands by specific people, and those people are from our minority communities, because what she was saying was, if we withdraw our support, it gives these businesses, these companies, even more leeway to continue to withdraw their support and blame it on poor sales, right? So I'm going to go to Target, and I'm going to specifically look for some Tabitha Brown things as gifts. And if there are any other people that you guys know of, drop them in the comment, brands or whatever. Drop them in the comments, because I do have to buy gifts. But I'm not very much of a consumer. I do need to buy some the tape that you can use to hang up like pictures and things like that. I need to buy that because I'm going to put a frame around the big map that's on my wall. And thank you to Shinrika. I think I'm pronouncing your name right. Let me know in the comments if I'm pronouncing your name right. She told me exactly where I could go to buy a frame for my map. And I'm going to put a bleep right here to let you guys know, because I can't remember the name. It's almost like, it's called like mirror frame, mirrorless mirror. It's almost like a framing company that's really designed for mirrors, like bathroom mirrors, but you can use it for anything. You just send them your dimensions. You can pick out what kind of frame you want, and boom, they send it to you in the mail. And so that is what I did, and I love it. We got that frame together, but now I got to hang it. And because it's mainly for a mirror, they sent the parts that you can use to hang it with your mirror, but mine isn't for a mirror. So I think buying those very heavy duty tape, I think that will work, because the frame's not very heavy at all. And when I was thinking about that, I was like, oh my goodness, because normally I would pick that up at Target or Walmart, but we're being selective about what we buy, right? So then I thought about it. I was like, Home Depot. Is Home Depot safe? Because I think also we're not supposed to be going to Marshall's, Home Goods, TJ Maxx, those places either, right? But Costco's is good. Costco's is good. And somebody said, right, the reason why the Montgomery boycott was so effective is because everybody got on board, even when it was inconvenient. People would walk miles before they got on a bus. They pulled together, they did car sharing, ride sharing before they would get on a bus. So sometimes a boycott isn't meant to be convenient. We live in this day and time where convenience is everything, and sometimes we will choose convenience over principle. But like I said, I don't love them anyway. But the bottom line is, who's safe? What companies out there are safe? Who can we truly support in this climate? Because honestly, every company is one press release away from being the ops as well. So I don't even know what to tell you guys. I don't even know what to say, but we're going to try. But like I said, I just think one of the answers is just be less of a consumer across the board, period. With this whole tariff war thing going on, we don't know how that's going to work out for us. But the thing about it is, it's like, now how does this affect us travelers? How is this going to affect us as American travelers? That's my question. Because y'all know I barely buy groceries either. So I barely buy anything. Yeah, so it's just going to be really interesting seeing how this is going to affect us. And now somebody like me, I keep track of my numbers. I'm going to be able to tell the effects. A lot of us have short-term memories. We don't remember what the price of something was last year versus this year versus the year before. But I've been keeping my numbers, so I will be able to tell the difference in what I'm paying now versus what I paid then versus what I paid then. So that's going to be interesting. The other thing that, the map that I'm framing. A lot of you asked, where did I get the map from? The map was actually given to me as a gift because everybody knows how I so love the world. But I do know that they got it off of Amazon. So just search world map, and that map's dimensions is 78 by 48. It's huge. Hence, I had to go get a custom frame for that map. So 78 by 48 world map, Amazon. Okay. Oh, a lot of you are asking about the house payoff journey. Yes, we're going to update that too, because we do have new goals with our house payoff journey, and I'm excited about that, and I'm going to share that with you. And once again, it's just a matter of having the time to actually prep for the video, and then having the time to actually sit and record the video. But we're going to do that too. All right. That's about it, y'all. That's about it. We have a little bit further of a drive to get to work, but that's fine, because we're actually moving locations soon in the near future, and I'm going to be even closer to home, which is crazy. It's almost like all the things I wanted and I've been putting out there, I got and didn't even know I was getting. Didn't even know, because again, I'm working at one location which was further out, remember, and this is what I based my raise on, and it worked, but not even knowing that they were in the process of changing offices, of moving offices. I had no idea. So it is all good. What else? Yeah, once again, I think somebody else said something about, I mentioned something about rebranding myself as a traveler, and somebody mentioned something about as a project manager, like, you shouldn't be traveling like that. I'm not a project manager. I would never accept a job as a project manager, because I know my priorities, and my priorities is to be in these streets. That's my priority. So I accept jobs that work with my lifestyle. Okay? And then again, I'm not a fan of people who try to vacations shame. You work a place and they give you so many days to take off, but then there are people who act like they're better than you because they don't take off. No, it just means you're more boring than me. That's all it means. It means you have no life outside of these four walls. That's all that means. You don't get a cookie because you don't take vacations. You don't. Nobody cares if you're in the office every day. Trust and believe. I've seen it. I've seen those people who are in the office every day, and then for one reason or another, they're no longer in the office every day, and nobody cares. Somebody still is able to do their job, and they don't have to be in the office every day to do it. Okay? So I was just saying, simply rebranding myself from a vacationer. For me, and let me make it clear, because maybe I didn't make it clear. My reason for it was just to have another way of having people in your business even less. Because believe it or not, while I'm at work, though I'm gregarious and I'm a team player and I communicate and I'm social, I'm selective about what I'm social about. I don't tell my business, believe it or not. Because I'm on this good YouTube channel telling all my business, sometimes it's hard to separate that fact. That when I'm at work, people don't know what I do when I'm not at work. But the thing that they did know is that I travel. That's what they knew. I'm taking that back from them too. I don't want people to know that anymore. I just don't. Before at work, it was an awesome conversation piece, because again, when I'm not really telling you anything, and here's the trick. In corporate America, people like to feel like they're confidants. It makes you safe. So you have to find something that you're going to be open with people about. Some people it might be cooking, right? It might be you're known as the cook. So therefore, when you're at work, people know that they can come to you for a good recipe or a good recipe story. Or also, what did you cook this weekend? It's that whole thing what did you do this weekend? What did you cook this weekend? Because they know that's what you do. That's what you gave them. I gave my people travel. So people knew, so where are you going next? When you're trying to make small talk. So what I'm saying is I want to rebrand myself. I don't want travel to be that conversation piece anymore, because sometimes people run with the perception that you're always gone, even when you're not always gone. They'll run with that, right? So I'm taking that back. Like I said, even if it's like on the weekend, on a Friday and a Saturday, I say I flew to Miami or something. People will bleed that over to Like the way the mind works, they will think, oh, you took off and went to Miami, or you took off work and was in Miami. But really you didn't. But perception does that to people. Perception. And so I'm taking that back. I don't want that to be that common point. So I do have to find a common point. So like I said, we're still going to have my magnets, but I'm just going to make it that, oh, I collect magnets. Right? I'm going to make it, we have a daughter in Miami. So we got to go visit her in Miami a lot. Well, not a lot. But we have a daughter in Miami. And again, that just gives you that whole children in common thing. You know, you do have to find the thing you're going to have in common. Because you don't want to be at work and be seen as standoffish. It's part of the game. It's part of the game. So I just don't want travel to be my thing in common anymore with people. It's just what it is. But I'm still going to be traveling. Boo things. Boo things. Okay, y'all. That's about it. I think I answered the questions. I just decided to pull this camera out right here, right now. I didn't even write down questions for real. Because y'all really didn't have a lot of questions for real. But if you have any questions for real, feel free to write them down there. And thank y'all for being here. Thumbs up. And I'm going to see y'all in the next videos, which are going to be the vlogs about the day that I got fired and the days after. Peace.